Hey guys, welcome to Top Tabletop. I'm Gab Zúñiga and today I will show you how to play Sagrada. Sagrada is a competitive game for 1 to 4 players where we are artists trying to build the most beautiful stained glass window. The components are 4 boards, 12 two-sided window cards, 1 round track, 90 dice, 1 dice bag, 12 tool cards, 10 public objective cards, 5 private objective cards, 24 favor tokens, and 4 score markers. We will set up a 3-player game. Shuffle the private objective cards and give 1 to each player. Everyone takes a board and 2 random window cards and chooses one side of 1 card to play. They all have different difficulties indicated by the number of dots. The other card is discarded. Everyone takes favor tokens equal to the difficulty of their card and they slide the card into the bottom of their boards. Place the round track nearby along with the score markers of the player's colors. Shuffle the tool cards and place 3 face up, and do the same with the public objective cards. Place all the dice in the dice bag. Randomly choose someone to be the start player, who takes the bag, and the game is ready to begin. The game is played over 10 rounds. Each round, the start player pulls dice out of the bag equal to the double of players plus 1, and rolls them. Beginning with the start player and going clockwise, each player takes a turn, and on your turn, you may do 2 actions. Take 1 die to place on your window, and use 1 tool card. You can do both in any order, or just 1, or pass. When you take a die, the first one has to be placed on the edge of the window, and every other die must be next to a previously placed one, adjacent or diagonally. The die must match the color or value restriction of the space. White spaces have no restrictions, and the dice may never be placed adjacent to another die of the same color or the same value, but they can be placed diagonally. If it's not possible to place any dice on a valid space, then you cannot take this action. When you use a tool card, you place favor tokens on it to use its ability. If there are no tokens on it, you place 1, otherwise you place 2, and then you can use its ability. Once everyone has completed 1 turn, the round continues in reverse order. Beginning with the last player and going counterclockwise, each player will take a second turn. This means that the last player will take 2 turns in a row. Once the start player has taken their second turn, the round ends. The remaining dice are placed on the round track covering the number of the completed round, and the dice bag is passed to the next player who will be the start player the next round. At the end of the 10th round, the game ends. Flip the round track to the score track side, and everyone will score their points with the score markers, flipping them if they exceed 50. Your private objective card gives you points equal to the sum of the values of the dice of that color on your window. The public objective cards give you points for fulfilling them, and you can score them as many times as you fulfilled the objective. Your remaining favor tokens give you 1 point each, and finally, you lose 1 point for each empty space on your window. The player with the highest score is the winner. Ties are broken by most points from private objectives, then by most remaining favor tokens, and finally by reverse player order in the final round, so there will always be a winner. Let's say this game has been going for a while and now purple will be the first player. He pulls 7 dice from the bag and rolls them. Then he takes a die and places it. Now it's red's turn. She takes a die and she wants to use this tool card, so since there's already a favor token on it, she has to pay 2, and then she can use its ability to increase the value of the die from 5 to 6, and she places it. It's green's turn. She takes a die and places it, and since she is the last player, She takes her second turn and takes another die. Red goes again and takes a die. And finally, purple goes again. He would want to place a die, but he cannot place any of them due to the restrictions on his window. One of the tool cards allows to re-roll one die, so he will try that. There are no favor tokens on it, so he only pays one. He takes a die and re-rolls it. Unfortunately, even with the new value, he still cannot place the die, so he returns it and his turn ends. The round ends, the remaining dice are placed on the round number, and purple gives the dice back to red, who will be the next star player. And that's how you play Sagrada. The game also has a solo mode, where you play with 2 public objectives and 2 private ones, and depending on the difficulty level you wish to play, you use between 1 and 5 tool cards. You won't use favor tokens. Instead, if you want to use a tool card, you spend a die of the same color shown on the card, and it can only be used once. Each round you will pull 4 dice, and the game is played normally. At the end of the game, before flipping the round track, add up the values of all the dice on the track. This will be the target score. You score as usual, choosing only one of your 2 private objectives, but instead of losing 1 point for each empty space, you lose 3. If your final score is higher than the target score, you win. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video.